Yes, it's been a long time, but we have a lot to do, so I have to talk on the go. But yes, as I said before, it's been a while since I've done any kind of recording at all. I actually recorded half an episode back in February, but then wound up just scratching it because it just wasn't, I don't know. I never finished what I started, pretty much. We took on a couple of big projects, right? Last we saw, actually, let me just go ahead and take all of it. I think that just makes sense, right? That way we don't keep coming back down here. We might need some of that, some of these, some of this stuff. Where's it at? Boom. But yeah, I don't know if you guys were here whenever I sorted out the storage room, but you know, I got my first picks and everything like that in here. We're still on the server, thankfully. And I built this amazing little house here. This little hut. Still got the real Hammer Time sign, it's the original sign. And then we started working on this volcano, which took up a bunch of my time, and then I just and I was going to do like a laboratory over there. You see where I was kind of mapping it out. We still might do these things, but I just struggled to have the motivation to play after, coming home from a long day of college, and then I have my family, I have a daughter, I have a wife, I have a whole entire life outside of Minecraft. Believe it or not, I do, unfortunately. I'm just kidding. It's very fortunate that I have the life that I have. But it takes time away from the things that I enjoy doing, which I enjoy spending time with my family, of course, but you get what I'm trying to say, right? There's a lot of things that I have to do outside of Minecraft, and unfortunately, some of the time, or most of the time, it means that I'm spending less time on here and more time with my family and more time at school, of course, as usual. I mean, it's only the right thing to do, right? But you may be asking yourself, Con, man, what are we doing today, and why do you only have one redstone torch in your box? I don't know. I should have more than that. And now we're going to have to go back down there, because I don't think I have any wood up here, because I sorted all my storage out, and now I don't have any temporary storage up here. Let's just check really quick. Oh, wait. But I did organize. I did all my shulker stuff that I usually do. I got super organized. There's a pick in there I need to get. And stuff like, oh, look at that. Perfect. Excellent. I don't need that. Oh, wait, I need that. Oh, no, that's okay. It's alright, I'm recording. It's alright. But yeah, so pretty much what we're doing now, and what we'll be doing pretty much for the first portion of this episode, is we're going to be making a switchboard, aka a control board, for that big monstrosity back there. We're going to start building the control center, right? For this, there's going to be controls everywhere. I've already gotten the gunpowder farm rigged up. I think in the last episode, or maybe the episode that I threw away, I redid the trident killers to where they're not with the glass panes anymore. So they're the regular minecart with hopper on rails, because the trident kept falling through. And then now, 2 months later, I get back on, the tridents are just gone altogether. So, I mean, there's no real good way around saving those tridents, for sure. But as you can see, all those redstone torches are off. So now we got to figure out a way to get them up here. Right? Two things have to happen, okay? I don't want those to run constantly anymore. I have switches already rigged up to them. So I'm going to have 3 switches, okay? For the windows, at least. These are the windows, the purple things. So we have 1 switch for window 1, 1 switch for window 2, and then we're also going to have a switch for windows 3 and 4 together. So you can run 1 window, 2 window, 3 windows, or all 4 windows. It's variable, right? So we'll be able to manage that just in case we have some people on and we don't want to run everything all at once. We can simply just turn them off, right? No! I have to do something cool. Watch this. Okay, but yeah, so that's what we're pretty much doing in this episode. We'll be setting up some stuff. We might go on a little adventure. I don't know. Right now, it's June 11th, and I just now heard that perhaps the update's coming out on the 13th. So, I mean, perhaps we may be able to automate the system, which we are in desperate need of the autocrafter. Oh, 10 minutes. Server shut down. Oh, what a great time to cut. But anyway, because I have all these nuggets, right? I have all these nuggets. All these nuggets that need to be crafted into blocks, right? This thing produces a ridiculous amount of gold nuggets. So I'm going to have to pretty much make a gold bar into gold block factory down here underneath the gold farm using the auto crafters. So we're going to have a chance to mess around with some circuitry. Luckily, I'm going to college for electrical engineering, so I should be able to figure something out, I would think. Even though, you know, redstone and electricity are not one-to-one, the similarities are uncanny, right? Which we may get into. I might nerd out on it later in this episode whenever we're doing the switchboard. But for sure, like, we definitely need... It's gathered up, but if we do it as we go, and it's all automatic, we should be able to do that. And we planned for this way back in the day, because last year, pretty much, me and Hammer were planning on doing this, because we already had in mind that this would be the gold. And of course, they're all going to be gold blocks. Just like this. We'll also have an auto crafter for pretty much everything in here. We'll have an auto crafter for rockets. It's going to be great. It's going to be pretty neat. It's going to be a big factory, pretty much. The only downside to that, really, and I think I'm probably going to end this clip here because we're hitting 6 minutes already, is that whenever we do so, it's going to become very laggy over here because we already have a lot of stuff going on. And just to add that to the mix, may be too much. So we're going to start with the most things that we need the most, which is going to be the gold to gold blocks, and then iron ingots to iron blocks, and then probably gonna do melons and to the melon block because that's really just getting annoying and it's filling up everything. And as you can see, like, we're just totally full of pumpkins and melons and stuff. For sure, this is a very good farm. In reality, I could probably take out that farm, and this farm doesn't even work anymore. I've tried everything. I've tried delaying the time, switching them up. I've tried moving the lava on a creative world down and up and around, doing the water on top instead of the side. But no matter what I do, because I don't know if it's just server tick lag or something, this won't work either. And neither will zero tick kelp farms won't work either. I don't know if it's just the way the server works, the lag. I don't know. I just don't know. I've given up on it. So we may just take this out altogether because it's just a lag-inducing thing. Because, you know, these blocks are constantly trying to detect, am I being activated or not? Am I being activated or not? Am I being activated or not? Excuse me? Oh, it's flushing. I was about to say, dang, that was pretty good timing. But anyway. Yeah, so I'm going to go eat some lunch. And then the server should be reset. And then we're going to come back over here. I got to get some colored glass and some other things. And we're going to show you how the switchboard is going to work. I had to put it up so high because we actually got to dig down. I didn't want to dig down and ruin my beautiful mass storage room down there. But anyway, let me go. And I'll see you soon. Okay, so I got lunch about 3 days later. And we're back, of course, of course. Hold on, let me get some rockets real quick. Look at me, I'm already losing control over my ender chest. But I got it all hooked up. And I'll go over kind of an explanation of what's going on up here. So, pretty much, here's the control panel, right? Step 1, turn on the trident killer. Boom. And if we look over there, you'll see they're starting to... You see those redstone torches light up, and those trident killers are running. We'll actually go over there and look. See, boom. And then we need to select which windows we're going to use. So say I just want to run maybe, you know, just 2 windows for right now, Windows 1 and 2, or I can just run 1. So now I'm going to click the farm on. And what the farm on does is pretty much extends these pistons with the solid blocks on them, and you can use any solid block, it doesn't really matter. You just can't use glass or any kind of translucent blocks. It has to be a redstone conducting block. And it completes the circuit and allows that power to go through the block and continue on. And it's just a great way to be able to turn off the farm at will. Because if I turn it off, those blocks go down and all 3 lines will be broken. The only one that operates whenever the farm is turned off is, of course, the trident killer. Because as you can see, like, if I cut the farm off now... Even if the window's on, it's an emergency shut off, right? So everything's shut off now. But we still have guys coming down in there. Hold my looting sword so I get some gold. But they're still coming down, so you always want to leave the trident killer on a little bit longer. But you do need to turn it off. That's a really important thing. Every time I leave the area, sometimes the tridents will glitch down, like down into the system. I'll kind of show you that here in a second. Just make sure they're all dead. Okay, boom, turn that off. But anyway, while we're going over there, you see that pretty much these switches activate these things right here. I pushed one down just to make sure the rest of them didn't interfere with each other. The only thing I didn't kind of think ahead on is this right here. I had to kind of run it around. It's unfortunate because I like everything to be straight and nice and neat, but it's okay. It still looks good. But the green line is going to be the Trident killers, and then the yellow line is going to be window 2. The red line is Windows 1, and then the blue line is Windows 3 and 4. As are designated at the top. And I just redstone torched, towered all the way up to these things. It was pretty simple, pretty resource saving, if I'm not mistaken. You don't have to use the smooth stone again. I just use that because it looks clean. And I have some cleaning up to do myself down there. I can delete all those glass blocks. But you can see you just pick a torch with the... Because this had to be off. Because if it's on... My voice is cracked. It's crazy. If this was on, this would be running. So you really have to pick the whatever torch is on the right setting, on or off for you. And then when you flick the switch, it'll just reverse. So yeah, now nothing is running over here. It used to be these pistons would be constantly going back and forth and updating all these observers. And I imagine that probably takes a little bit of a toll on the server. And as much as we can do to mitigate that here in our amazing, super compact, super industrial district, will be cool. But anyway, so now we actually, this is after the update came out, so you can see now we have all the copper bulbs. We have the auto crafter now, or the crafter, excuse me, which all I really need is I think I have a dropper in here. I sure do. And then I just need a crafting table. And we can actually make our first auto crafter that we actually ever really made. I've messed around with it a little bit in creative. I have some plant. We're missing 1 iron. Really? Let's go down there. Let's see how much iron that we have, guys. How much iron we have? Bam! All iron blocks. Bam! All iron blocks. Bam! Working on it still. Okay. Anyway, so let's go down here. We're going to craft our first auto crafter. And I think that the first thing that we're going to do with it... I don't know why. What am I missing now? I just made a crafting... Oh, wait. I didn't actually make it all. Okay, there it is. Okay, boom. The auto crafter is beautiful. So what happens is you pretty much funnel the recipes into here. And you can lock different, you can disable certain things from being able to be put in. So if you want to make a chest, you would just funnel in planks and then boom, you would do like that. And I mean, it's completely fully automated. So I was thinking about things that we could automate around here just for our ease of use. And for certain, we can automate hoppers because we can take the bamboo, turn it into bamboo logs, turn it into bamboo planks or whatever. It's not logs, but you get what I'm saying. And then funnel in some iron, and then make chests and make hoppers, for sure. And Hammer Time has actually already made the circuit for our gold farm, so it's going to go from gold nuggets to gold ingots to gold blocks, and then it's going to get shipped over to our down and around over to our gold module storage unit right here. And then we'll finally have pretty much everything complete except for the copper farm, which is going over here. I've just been putting it off. It's a little bit grindy. It's going to be one of the funnels that all the things spawn in to do that. So that's going to be very interesting to see. Let's see. What else? I think that's about it, actually. Oh, no, that's not all. That's not everything. Hammer Time also came with a really good design for a really fast rocket crafter. Because, you know, all you need for a rocket is pretty much, you know, let's just see real quick. It's up here. No, it's not. Okay. All right. But all you need is paper and gunpowder. Which we have a plethora of, for sure. But there you go. All you need is 2. And then you just funnel them in and they just craft as fast as they can. And then we'll just have, we'll just have to have a shulker unloader. 2 of them. One for shulkers of sugar canes and one for shulkers of gunpowder. I think that would be the easiest way to do it. That way we're not compromising our storage system. We could, in theory, or we just could because I just know. It's not spawning my farm now. I don't like that. I have zombies in there and everything. It's crazy. I think it's because I have it lit up. Anyway, we could just jet off another water stream, just like we did the bone meal, and just have a conditional logic system that says, okay, I want to make more rockets. So now we gotta, instead of sending gunpowder to the system, we need to send gunpowder to the rocket crafter. But yeah, so we could do that in theory. Hammer Time actually had a really good idea, because I was telling you earlier the bone meal didn't work. That since we have so many melon and pumpkins, right? I mean, we have so many, it's overflowing. The system is overflowing. Absolutely, we can just funnel these melons, or all these new melons, into into a composter, and just have a big round robin of composters and making bone meal for sure. So that's probably what we're gonna wind up doing. Maybe not in this episode, but for sure sometime soon. Yeah. Yep. But anyway, I'm gonna go. We're gonna probably, next time you see me, have either these auto crafters done, or I might just showcase the rocket auto crafter system module, whatever. Yeah, I think it's gonna be the rocket crafter module. Yes, that sounds good. And then hopefully in the next episode we'll get the gold farm all the way hooked up, and that's gonna be the gold for that. I don't know if we're gonna build anything in this episode or not. As you can see, I don't know if you guys knew about this or not, if I went over it in my last episode. But I started working on a volcano, and it just got so grindy, I just kind of lost interest. But I think we're still gonna finish it out, or either take it down. But I think it'd be easier finishing it out than taking it down. But anyway. Alright guys, I'm gonna go. I'll bring you back whenever we've made some more progress on the crafting systems. Okay, so I've built it. An amazing contraption of my own creation. These are actually a plethora of things that I've already made in the past. Tutorials would be in those episodes. But yeah, so we have 2 shulker unloaders, right? Made by Silent Whisper, that I put together and modified it to where it would just pretty much, as soon as there's anything in this hopper here, it's going to activate those, it's going to activate this little, excuse me, observer clock, which is going to automatically, as they come in, just pretty much just as fast as they come in, a little bit faster actually, probably speed this up a little bit somehow. Craft these rockets. Rockets goes in here. As you can see, like, the hoppers can keep up with it, but that's okay, that's why I have the overflow. And then just going straight into the shulker loader, which I don't know how far we are yet, but we'll see here in a second. Whenever that fills up. But yeah, it's pretty complicated, but at the same time, it's not. These are super simple to build. They're very resource friendly. The most expensive thing in them is going to be the comparators, but I mean, you know, and the observers. But in sticky pistons, if you don't have slime, you're just, I don't know, out of luck, I guess. Yeah, why is that piston down, but this one is not? That's another question. What do I got going on here? Ooh. Oh, wrong way. See? Almost caught myself up there. There you go. Wait, let me make sure I didn't... Okay, I didn't eject it. Alright, cool. So there you go. So it's going to unload those shulkers. It's going to make some rockets for us, for our rocket shop. And it's going to be completely hands-free from pretty much here on out. I mean, I could literally just, while as the farms run, have the stuff funneling in here. The only thing that I haven't figured out yet is how to actually set these, and I don't think there is a way to actually lock these in for a certain item, which would be really cool. I don't think you can. Like, I'd love to put it in there and, like, lock it. Like how we can lock these. I would love to be able to just lock it in, you know? Where it only accepts that. I mean, you could filter it out, but that still doesn't, take care of the problem. If it gets off time at all, right, it'll start filling both these slots with gunpowder. And that's no bueno. It's all about timing, I guess. So far, it's working. It hasn't got clogged up not one time. Just in the very, very beginning. We just have to make sure that these 2 shulkers are getting dispensed at the same time is the only thing. That's going to be a little difficult. So we're going to have to make sure that we're probably going to have to do some if logic here. Saying that there has to be something in both dispensers for So we could probably just run comparators out like this. And then say there has to be something in both dispensers for it to actually activate and push out the first shulkers. Or something like that. Because if one comes out, it's just going to fill it with paper. And then we got to come out here and do manual stuff. And we're trying to get away from manual stuff into auto crafter and stuff like that. But, you know, it is what it is. But as far as automation, this is about as automated as you can get. I mean, in reality, it's pretty crazy that we're capable of doing such things in Minecraft now. It's pretty awesome. But anyway, I think I'm going to end the episode here. We're going to get this installed. I'm going to talk to Hammer Time first. We might decide to do something a bit easier. But to be honest, I think this is going to be the way we go. He's more of a redstone genius than I am, for sure. So if there's a way to make this happen to where the timing issues with the shulker unloaders, which shulker unloaders are very easy to build and make. I just used this one because it was just a ready-go design that I've already used in the past. But he could probably modify it to where, for sure, these shulkers they'll have to deploy at the same time, pretty much, for this to deploy at the same time. I don't know. It's gonna be weird. We're gonna have to figure that out. Hopefully, there's a way to lock in these slots that I just haven't discovered yet, because that would be key to getting this done. Yeah, guys, I really appreciate you watching this episode. You know, it's been a little bit more of a monologue episode than our normal feature film episodes, for sure. But I'm gonna try my best to get some plans made and get some builds done. We actually have quite a few builds on this world that we haven't built in our main world here. We got the tavern right here, which is actually I really love. I did a little tutorial on this. Just building it from scratch. It was literally just a white box at first, and then we just kind of carved it out. There's nothing on the interior, but it looks very good on the exterior. I actually really enjoyed building that. Looking back, I probably would have made the bottom floor a little bit more stone than white, but I mean, it is what it is. We also got this stuff. We got plenty of things to build, for sure. Like, I mean, just look over here. We had the plans to do our underwater lab, and this was going to be the entrance, and you can see I actually tested it out here. To open the doors, you actually have to put a specific item in, and it'll open the door. So it's kind of like a puzzle, right? We might actually do that with the peeps on the server. And then this was going to be our path to our industrial district, which we still have to build. And Hammer Time put together that door for us. It's very cool. The 3x3 compact. Beyond my comprehension, with the key, of course. You got to have a key, and the diamonds are the key. Let's check on this. Still doesn't fill it up. Let's check and make sure. Okay, yeah, still doing that. We left the area. What I'm worried about is we're running out there. We got to make sure it's not a chunk border, because we don't want it to chunk border to be right here. And then as we're leaving, this get an extra tick or two of time before this one, so that it doesn't get out of order too. It's just going to kind of be a thing. I know this might be a thing where we have to flip a switch to make it work. And then whenever we leave the area, just turn it off. I mean, we AFK enough to get that done. But anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. Really appreciate it. Like and subscribe, comment, all that stuff. I really appreciate it. It'll keep me going. I'm kind of unsure about the YouTube thing at this point. I'm just doing it for my own. It kind of motivates me a little bit to do this, so that's why I'm doing it. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode.